Hello everyone, welcome everybody to the live stream. We have already done geometry, different topics. We have done trigonometry, sine rule, cosine rule. We have covered bearing also. So today we will be covering cumulative frequency curve and box plot. This is also very important topic for IGCSE, GCSE, and Adexel, Cambridge, all different exams. So you will have to keep in mind, number one thing is that I'm not going into theory parts in these live streams. I'm just overviewing small explanation about the topic, and my target is to solve the examination questions, and we will be discussing everything which is important to the question paper and how you will be tackling the question, how you will be understanding the question, and those type of things. So I will be just overviewing the definition, and it is having lesser examination importance value, so I will not be wasting time on this cumulative frequency distribution. Cumulative frequency distribution is a form of frequency distribution that represents the sum of a class and all classes below it. So it is basically a running total. So we are adding the previous classes in it. So when we'll be solving question, you will understand. Even if you don't understand definition properly, that makes no difference, because definition will not be asked in exam. Cumulative frequency tables, these type of tables will be given in exam, and you will have to work on that one. So cumulative frequency tables are often used to display large data sets of continuous and discrete data. So basically, box plot and cumulative frequency curve and histograms and bar charts and line graphs, all these things are basically data representation. So DJ Tom's any predictions on tomorrow's this one? So difficulty. Okay. So you are asking about the predictions. One thing I can predict, that more than 99% chances will be that you will be getting cumulative frequency curve, which we are doing today. So this is the prediction. Normally we are getting in paper 4, we are having cumulative frequency curve questions, we are having compound interest questions, time questions, so many things we are having. So cumulative frequency curve and box plot, the topic which today we are covering, I can say that more than 90% chances will be that you will be having a cumulative frequency curve question. So focus on it, and hopefully it will be helpful in your exam also. So how we will be, I was saying that all these things, basically box plot and cumulative frequency curve, bar chart, histograms, line charts, all these things are basically data representation. So if this type of table is given, like frequency, you can see this is for this range 0 to 20 is 2, and this is cumulative frequency, which is written as 2. From 20 to 40 it is 7. So cumulative frequency will be, we will be adding these two and writing here, and this will be 9. So 9 plus 12, and it will be resulting to 21. Similarly, 21 plus 6 will be resulting to 27, and 27 plus 3 will be resulting to 30. This is basically, you can say, this is running total of previous classes also. So running total is presented over here, which is known as cumulative frequency curve. Now this is basically the short and very crisp and very in few sentences explanation of the cumulative frequency curve. We will discuss how questions are coming. Questions are coming like this one. So this type of data table will be given like this, and you have to plot this on a graph which is given mostly one side is cumulative frequency and the other side is like mass or time or whatever. So this is like if we have to find the frequency in this case, so in this table we have to find the frequency. I will be solving these questions. So first I am just giving you the overview that what type of questions in exam they can ask. So there can be questions after plotting this cumulative frequency curve. There will be questions like how to find interquartile range and these type of questions basing on the cumulative frequency curve. Then the other option can be that there is already drawn a cumulative frequency curve like this. In this graph, they have already provided cumulative frequency curve, and we have to use this curve and answer these type of things like median, interquartile range, and lower or upper quartile, or these type of things. And there can be another situation in which the information about the AT floor area is shown, like for example this one. So we have to basically complete this calculate the estimate of the main floor area. So basically mean we need to calculate. So these type of questions, calculation of mean is very popular in these type of cumulative frequency curves. So for tomorrow's exam also you need to focus on how we are calculating mean in case of group data. This is group data in which they have given us the classes and they have given frequency for those classes. So this is known as group data. So we are using special technique for group data to calculate the mean, and that mean is also so many times they are asking. Then they are giving incomplete histogram like this one, and by using this information we have to complete this histogram, and then at the last we will be discussing the box plot also, and there are how to answer box plots and plot the box plot also. So we will be going through the questions, and the first question which I have chosen is from 060741 October November 21, and will cumulative frequency graph be only curve or can be histogram? So this is what I'm saying, that there can be cumulative frequency graph and linked with the histogram which you will have to complete. So these are the basically on the basis of the previous questions I'm telling you. So I've not seen the paper. So this one, question number this 6, which we have taken from as I told you 0607, which is international mathematics, and we have to, these are all basically similar type of syllabuses. So we have to find what we have to draw the cumulative frequency curve to show these results. So what we will be doing, if we go to the question again, the masses of 300 apples are shown in the table, and these are frequencies and these are masses in grams. So these ranges they have provided from 0 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100, 100 to 125, and 125 to 150. Now, first of all, to draw the cumulative frequency we require, they have provided us frequency, not cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency, one column we can add here, and this first will be as it is 4, and now 26 plus 4 we will add here, it will be 30, then 30 plus 60, 30 plus 60, and it will be resulting to 90, and then 90 and 88 will be added, and we can use calculator for that one. So 88 plus 90 will be 178, and 178 plus 106 will be 284. So we are calculating basically cumulative frequency for these regions. So up to 150 will be 300. So now we have what you will be taking. You will be taking this upper upper range, this 25, so less than 25 or 40. We are not sure that this four frequency is all 0 or all 25 or in between that one. But how we will be drawing, we will be taking 25 on this side and 4 on this side. 25 or what, 25 is basically grams, so 25 will be for this range, so 25 we can take in the middle of that one, and 4 will be for one small box it is 5, because 10 boxes are 50, so we will divide by 10, so each one will be 5. So it should be, height should be roughly, I'm taking this, it's very close to 5, so I have taken this one. The next value is basically 50. We will take upper limit of the class, so 50 to 30, and 50 and 30 will be, 50 is this one, so 30 will be 6 boxes, 2, 4 and 6. So we have taken this mark, hopefully you can see this also. So next is 75 and 90, so 75 will be in between 70 and 80, and we can take this 75 and 90, so you can take help with the scale, ruler or straight edge. So 90 will be a little lesser than 100, so this will be the mark which we have drawn. And similarly 100, for 100 it is 178, so 100 will be 178, and 150, 160, 178 roughly I'm taking over here. So I will double check, 1 and 2, yes, it is correct. Then 125 and 280, 125 will be in the middle of this one, and 280 will be where, 280 will be, 250 will be up to this one, and we need 280, 60, 70 and 80 will be 60, 70 and 80. Okay, so this mark we have taken, and the last one is 150 is to 300, so for 150 we'll be taking 300, which is the right upper corner. Now after drawing these points, now you will have to draw a smoother curve. You can start from any place, whatever convenient to you, but you need to draw a smoother curve like this one, and you need to practice for that one. And from 0 it will be starting like this, and further we will be proceeding with the curve, and it should curve like this one. It's missing basically a point, so I will redraw this. So this is almost the smoother curve which we have drawn. After that they are saying use your curve to find the interquartile range. Interquartile range is what you should know. It is Q3 minus Q1, and Q1 will be what? Q1 is basically 25th percentile. So 25th percentile you will be taking for 325% of 300, so it will be 3, and which will be 75. So you will take 75. This will be 70, this will be lower quartile, basically 25th percentile. This will be Q1, so 75 will be around here, and we will take the reference for this one. And if you take reference on this side also, so roughly it is 69 or 70, so we can take like this as 69. And if you take the upper quartile, which is 75th percentile of 300, so it will be 3, and 3 into 75 will be 3 multiplied by 75 will be 225. So 225, you will be checking the middle of 200 and 225 and take the reference. And after taking reference, we can draw this accurately, and we will have to join this, and this line is around 110, you can say. So 110 minus 69, so 110 minus 69 is equal to 41. So around 40 or 41, in my case it is coming as 49, 41. So 39 or 40 or 41, it's always a range in these type of graph questions. So this will be within the range of accuracy. Now C part, apples with the mass below 80 grams are used to make drinks. Find percentage of 300 apples that are used to make drinks basically. So we have to check 80 grams. Below 80 grams will be how many? So from the graph we are taking reference. This is like 80 grams, and below 80 grams will be how many apples that we will be checking, which is 105. So this reference is 105, so we will be taking 105 out of 300, 105 out of 300, and uh, for percentage we will be multiplying by 100. So this will be 3, and 105 divided by 3 will be 35. So we can write this one as 35%, and this will. So you have seen that we are answering the question on the basis of this cumulative frequency curve which we have drawn. And in some cases, as I told you, we have taken this question from 058042 October number 21, and sometimes they are giving us the plotted curve, and they are saying the cumulative frequency diagram shows information about the floor area a meter square of each of 80 houses, and this side is 80 cumulative frequency, and this side is floor area. Now they have not given us any table, anything. They have plotted cumulative frequency curve for us, and what we have to answer. Number one, we have to answer what is the median. Median is the middle value, so middle of 80 will be 40, so we will take the 50th percentile, or half of that one. So this is 40, we will take reference from 40, and this will be, we can take from this side, which is basically in the middle of 80 and 100, which is 90. So median will be, or 90 will be answer. So on the basis of the given cumulative frequency curve, we are basically answering the question. The lower quartile, as we calculated in the previous question as well, lower quartile will be the 25th percentile. So we will be calculating 25% of total, which is 80, and this will be 4s are 80, and this will be 20. So we will check for the reference for 20, and from the given cumulative frequency curve we can check this reference is basically 60 and 8. We can write here 68. So this will be uh, 68 will be the lower quartile. Then they are saying the interquartile range, and interquartile range, as we discussed, is upper quartile minus lower quartile. Lower quartile we already have, which we have calculated as 68. Now we can calculate the upper quartile. So upper quartile is basically 75th percentile of 80. So this will be 25 threes are 75, and 4s are 100, and 4 20s are, and this will be equal to 20 into 3 will be 60. So we'll take reference from 60, and reference from 60 will be like this one. Hopefully you can see the line. I will just make another line. So reference from this one, if we check, it is exactly 120. So we can take this as 120 minus 68. 100, change the color. So 120 minus 68, and this will be equal to 120 minus 68 will be resulting to 52. So interquartile range is 52, which we have drawn away. Then the number of houses on So this is also very popular question in case of cumulative frequency curves. They are asking, giving you a value, like for example, the number of houses with a floor area greater than 120. Sometimes they are saying less than this or greater than this. So you will have to check basically reference from the graph. So greater than 120 we will be checking. Greater than 120 are how many? Greater than 120 are basically uh, these are this portion. If we check, greater than 120 is with 60 reference, and range will be this one. This portion will be greater than 60 people. So 80 minus 60. So we will take 80 minus 60 and our answer will be 80 minus 60, and this will be equal to 20. So our answer will be 20 for this. So you can see, if your concept is clear, if you know how to solve this question, it's very easy for this one. Now for the group data, mean for the group data, this type of question is also very popular in past paper questions, and tomorrow's exam also you can expect this. If group data is given, like for example this one, so you can calculate mean. How you will be calculating mean? You will be checking for the mid range, and this is like 50 is the middle of 40 and 60, then 60 and 80 middle is 70. Similarly 80 and 100 middle will be 90. So mid range you will be checking, it will be 115, and next mid range will be 145, and this mid range will be 180. You will be adding, like for example, if you don't know how to get middle range, so 160 plus 200 answer, and divide it by 2, you will get 180, which is this one. Hopefully you understood this. Now the formula which we are using for the mean is equal to sigma fx over sigma f. So sum of frequency will be multiplied by the mid range, and we will write here mean is equal to frequency, which is 14, will be multiplied by 50, and we will put in brackets plus 17 into mid range, which is 70, plus 18 into 90. So we will be multiplying this, and plus next will be 15 multiplied by 115, and plus 9 multiplied by 145, and the last one is 7 multiplied by 180, and this whole will be divided by the sum of frequencies, which is 80. So we will write here 80. Now you can solve this. 14 multiply by 14 multiplied by 50 will be equal to 700. So we can write 700 plus 17 multiply by 70 will be 1190. So 1190 plus 18 multiplied by 90 will be 1620. So 1620 plus 15 multiplied by 115 is equal to 1725, plus next is 9 multiplied by 145, and this will be 1305. Carefully you will have to do the calculations. Any error will be creating issue for you. So 1260. So after this is divided by 8, and this is divided by 80, and now we can basically add all these, and it will be 700 plus 1190 plus 1620 plus 1725 plus 1305 plus 1260, and this will be divided by 80 is equal to 97.5. So 97.5, this is basically the mean, 97.5. meter square. 4-mark question. See, this is easier technique. 4-mark question, just you will have to do calculation carefully, and you should know the technique that you will have to take the middle value, middle range or mid range, and you will have to multiply it and use this formula, sigma fx over sigma f. This is used in case of group data, in case of like they have given in case of classes. Now this one, next question is basically histogram. Complete the histogram on to show the information in the frequency table. Now this information we have to show, and this will be basically we have to show on the histogram, complete the histogram to show the information. So first one is they have shown the first one, which is 40 to 60, and this is 20, and this will be, we should get basically 14 divided by this class width frequency. We know the formula, height is equal to frequency divided by class width. That is basically frequency density. You can say frequency density is equal to frequency divided by class width. So class width is 20 and frequency is 14, which we have taken from here, and this will be equal to 14 divided by 20 is equal to 0.7. So this height will be 0.7. So you can understand from here, I have given detail for you. Now the next range is, next is 60 to 80, and 60 to 80 is 20 again. So this 20 will be dividing 17. So 17 divided by 20, 17 divided by 20 will be equal to 17 divided by 20 will be equal to 0.85. So our height is 0.85 of this histogram. Now from 80 to 100, 80 to 100 frequency is 18, and 80 to 100 will be 20. So 18 divided by 20, we can calculate 18 divided by 20, and 18 divided by 20 will be 0.9. So height should be 0.9. So 0.9 will be up to this bar. We will be drawing this, so up to this one, and bar, histogram bar top should be closed, and this is the bar which we have drawn, and height is 0.9. Hopefully you understood this. Now the next is 100 to 130. 100 to 130 is which one? 100 to 130 will be in the middle of this one, and 130, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So we can take middle. 130 will be up to this one. So width will be this width from here to 30. Here to 30 is 30. So we will be dividing 15 by 30. So 15 divided by 30, we can write here 15 divided by 30 will be 0.5. 15 divided by 30 is equal to half, or 0.5. So height of this bar should be up to 0.5. We can carefully draw this histogram bar also, and this is done. This is 0.5, and this is the bar. Now the next one is 130 to 160. So 130 to 160 will be this one, which is 20. So this width will be 30 to 60 will be 30. So 30, and this will be 9 will be divided by 30. So 9 divided by 30, we can 9 divided by 30 will be equal to how much? This will be 9 divided by 30 is equal to 0.3. So 0.3 we have to take the height, and 1 2 and 3. So up to this one we can take the height, and this is 0.3 which we have taken 0.3, and this will be the bar. Now the last one is 160 to 200, and 160 to 200 will be this one, which is width will be 40. So this 40 width will be dividing 7 by 40. So 7 divided by 40 will be equal to 7 divided by 40 is equal to 0 0.175, 0.175, and height is 0 0.175. We can roughly take roughly over here, and this is 0 0.175 I'm indicating, so that you should be sure that how much is the height for this one. Now this is done, and then next we can go through box and whisker plot, and this one Mr. Devam Bharwad, sorry if I'm not pronouncing properly, sir, can you do differentiation? Surely we will be doing differentiation as well, and would be tomorrow's paper. It will be, don't worry, if you have prepared properly it will be nice, but you will have to do the main topics, you will have to revise, and one of the main topics is basically the cumulative frequency curve and box plot, which we are going through currently. So box plot is basically known as box and whisker plot, and I have taken this question, and this question is basically average monthly temperature. Sometimes they are giving the question that plot the box and whisker plot, and sometimes they are giving the question that on the basis of a given box plot you will have to answer the questions. Now the first I have chosen is a question which box plot is given and we have to answer the questions. Like for example, these are two box plots, Milwaukee and Honolulu. So these are two box plots which they have taken, and this is for this one and this is for this. Hopefully you can see this also, although it's a little smaller size. So they are asking for the median one. Median is always middle value, and in this case it is 57 is the middle value, so we can write here 57, and this will be degree Fahrenheit, because this is temperature, so degree Fahrenheit we can write, and this is 84.5 in this case Honolulu, so it will be 84.5 degree Fahrenheit. Now next is minimum value. This end of the this one box and whisker plot is always giving the minimum value, which is 26 in this case, so we write 26 degree Fahrenheit, and in this case the minimum is 80, so you can write here 80. So it's basically the reading, understanding the box and whisker plot. Maximum value is this one, which is 80 for this one and 88 for this one, so we can write 88 degree Fahrenheit for this one. Now for the lower quartile is this one, which is 35 in this case, and lower quartile is 81 in this case. This is also degree Fahrenheit, so we can write here. Next is upper quartile. Upper quartile is this line, which is 73 degree Fahrenheit, and upper quartile in other cases 87 degree Fahrenheit. Now interquartile is upper quartile minus lower quartile. So upper quartile will be this one, 73 minus 35. So 73 minus 35 will be what? 73 minus 35 is 38 degree Fahrenheit. So you can write 38 degree Fahrenheit. Similarly for this one, we will be subtracting 81 from 87, and this will be giving us 87 minus 81, which is equal to 6 degree Fahrenheit. So this will be 6 degree Fahrenheit. Now there is some other, so many messages coming. So will you be doing main topics, or can you say yeah, we will be doing basically all IGCSE, GCSE, and Excel, Cambridge, all topics we will be doing. Saritha Mandalappa, yes. So, hello sir, can we please have a list of all the important topics? Important topics, if okay, at the end I will tell you the before closing this video, I will go through the main topics which tomorrow's exam you can expect. Then differentiation is easy. Yes, differentiation is easy if you know, and at your level, basically IGCSE level, they have introduced a smaller version, and that is basically the easier part. Only they are asking for the minimum points and maximum point and finding the gradient. Mensuration, yes, mensuration is also important right now. So what right now? So you will be doing, okay, so right now today we are focusing on this topic, which is cumulative frequency curve and box plot. In one sitting we can't cover all the topics, but I will be mentioning the topics which are important for this tomorrow's exam. So next question we have taken basically 058043 October number 2021. This is also latest paper, and the first portion 8A part is basically pie chart, which is not today's topic, so I'm not covering that one. So we will be going through B part. B part is saying the height of some plants are measured, this one, and they have given us the data, and data is what they are saying. Smallest height is 0.6 centimeters. So 0.6 centimeter is the minimum value. So we'll go to the minimum value and we will draw the box and whisker plot. So we can take basically line for this one. So we'll be taking the middle line just for our reference. It's not compulsory to take the middle line. So 0.6 will be over here, so we can draw 0.6 like this one. So this is the minimum value which we have taken from here, and this is basically, I'm writing the reference 0.6. So how to draw box and whisker plot, this is what we are discussing, and we know this is 3-mark question. So 0.6 is the minimum value which we have taken, and then they are saying range, we will be taking range later, median will be taken later, lower quartile, upper okay, so range is 8.1. Yes, a range means what? Range is maximum minus minimum, and maximum is range. So minimum is smallest value 0.6. So range we will add in this, so 8.1, so 8.7 will be the maximum value. So we will go to the 8.7. 8.7 will be, I will change the color so that it should remain uniform. 8.7 will be over here, and I will indicate 8.7. Now we will be drawing basically 8.7 line. We can draw like this one. So after drawing this line, this is our maximum and minimum value. Now median value, we will check. Median value is what? Median value is 5.2. So 5.2 will be 5.2 will be basically up to this one will be 5.2, 5.2, and the line we will draw is here. So this will be the middle value or median. So median also we have drawn. Now in lower quartile is 3.4. So lower quartile will be 3.4, which we can draw like this one. So this will be our lower quartile, 3.4. 3.4 is this one, and upper quartile is basically interquartile range they have given, which is 4.1. So lower quartile is 3.4 and interquartile range we will add in this, it will be 7.5. So 7.5 will be upper quartile. So 7.5 will be here in the middle, and 7.5 I'm indicating also, and we will take the upper quartile like this one. So this will be our upper quartile. Now you will have to make box between lower quartile and upper quartile and median, and this is the box which we have drawn, and from the middle you will be joining the minimum and the maximum values like this, and your box and whisker plot is ready. So I'm just making this lines basically darker so that you can properly see these lines, and this is what our box and whisker plot is ready, and no need to indicate anything on this, and this will be scoring 3 marks basically, and we are done with all the all the requirements of box and whisker plot. So many messages. So uh, normally which variant, 1 2 3 is on the harder side. Basically it is they are keeping balance, and don't worry if something is harder side, they are changing the threshold also and adjusting threshold according to the difficulty level. But normally students are feeling that sometime like 43 is a little harder than 42, or 42 is harder than 43 sometime, but it's just impression of the students. I don't think agree with this one. You will have to keep in mind that this is a huge exercise which is done by exam boards, and their whole worth is basing on it, that this standardization exams should be acceptable worldwide. So they can't ignore the difficulty levels, and they cannot basically keep in mind that all the variants should be of equal difficulty standards. So wherever they will feel, they are adjusting basically threshold for each and every exam, and threshold is decided after the exam, not before the exam. They are taking parents' reaction, they are taking students' reaction, they are taking everything, expert opinions, and then they are deciding about the difficulty level. So basically all you will have to keep in mind that all variants are of same difficulty level, and keep in mind that the exam board cannot afford to have differences in difficulty levels. So this is what basically uh, today's video is over. Now we can quickly go through the topics basically which you were interested in knowing, which topics will be included. For that one I will be, give me only 1 second, I will be just opening the and I will be telling you the main topics which can come in tomorrow's exam, which you will have to keep in mind basically. Those topics will be: number one, you will have to keep in mind that circle theorem questions definitely will be there. Then mensuration questions, area, volume, similarity questions will be there, and whatever I'm saying will be there mean more than 90% chances of this one. Compound interest, algebra will be 30% of your paper. You will have to keep in mind that algebra portion will be 30% of your exam. Then I'm talking about tomorrow's exam. And sine rule, cosine rule, on the basis of basically trigonometry, they will be complicating the situation in the sense that they will be combining. You will have to apply in same question, you will have to apply for sine rule, then cosine rule, or ultimately you will have to find the bearing, these type of questions. So you should expect something like that, which is involving basically all these completing square you should expect, and the pie chart also, and cumulative frequency curve will be more than 90% will be there. And differentiation question is basically, differentiation is rather is relatively newer topic which they have included, so you can expect the differentiation also. But differentiation questions are mainly easy. They are asking for maximum and minimum point, and you can do second order differentiation test for that one also. And the sequences question, quadratic sequence and sequences questions will also be there. So these are basically the main topics which I have so this is Prithvi also, Marcos, and so many people are there, so I can't basically Amor also, and Devam, and a lot of people. Basically, I'm focusing more on giving you the information than your names, but whatever I can quickly read, I have gone through. So hopefully others will also be happy. So these transformation question is basically will be involving uh, like describe fully the single transformation, which is basically representing A onto B, like those type of transformation questions. So circle theorem also I have done basically topic wise videos also. If you go to the channel and check for the topic wise videos, you will get circle theorem also, you will get trigonometry, geometry, and a lot of other topics also. So the trigonometry topics which we have covered in the last 2-3 streams, those are also very important. Bearing questions are very important. I'm always taking questions so that you can go through. And one more topic basically I missed, which is basically upper bound, lower bound. That topic also you need to revise, and they are basically giving questions like for example, I'm not covering that upper bound topic today, but I'm just giving you an example, like speed is equal to distance over time. So if they are asking for, like for example, upper bound of this one, how you will get upper bound of speed when you will be having upper bound of distance and lower bound of time. So many students are doing mistake when they are understanding, when they are solving questions related to the fraction questions. So like for example, if you need upper bound of speed, you will have to take upper bound of distance and divide it by lower bound of time, so that you can get the maximum answer. And if you are looking for lower bound of speed, in that case you will have to take lower bound of distance and divide it by upper bound of time. So lower bound, upper bound topic also you need to revise it properly. I have gone through basically so many topics. Hopefully you have done this. Don't be tense. Like revise, study properly, and sleep also properly. Take a proper 7, 6, 7, 8 hours sleep, and no need to take tension and panic. And if while solving the questions, while solving the paper, if you are feeling that this question is basically harder or tougher or taking more time, so skip that one and go to the next one, and come back whenever you will be finishing with the paper. Come back and retry that question. Hopefully today's session will be helpful for today's topic, which we have done, cumulative frequency curve and box and whisker plot, and we have discussed tomorrow's exam also. Thank you very much for watching. See you in next stream. Till then, bye.